The name of our country is Wildeport. Our country's flag has three horizontal bars. The first horizontal bar is blue, and it represents the freedom from their former king. White is the next line, and it stands for the luxury and flourishment of the country. The next bar is yellow, and it stands for the wealth and prosperity of our nation. Our government is an oligarchy, and in an oligarchy, a few rulers control the government. These rulers gain their power and maintain their authority as a result of their wealth or another form of influence. The oligarch rulers make decisions to benefit themselves financially and with little regard for the wishes or best interests of the people they govern. The oligarchy may not be the official ruler of the country, but may have close ties to and influence on those who are officially in power. We have an executive branch which is controlled by the president. The president can draft laws, command the military, make treaties, and appoint judges. The judges appointed must be approved by the legislative branch, which is made up of the elites. The legislative branch is the most powerful and important branch. It is run by the elites. They own the most wealth in the country. They have established themselves in power because of their wealth. They make laws, can veto laws drafted by the president, reject or approve judge appointees, and control the country's budget. The judicial branch controls the justice system. They can check the executive branch, but not the legislative branch. The judicial branch is the part of government who handles the law. They determine the verdict in court cases, criminal and civil. They make sure that the law is interpreted and carried out as it should be. The oligarchs land their power by wealth, and through this wealth,
as people of Wildeport, we establish justice and equality for all, equal opportunity for all, provide defense of the people, ensure domestic peace, and provide liberty for all. By following the Wildeport Constitution, we, as a nation, shall prosper. Following the Bill of Rights. 1. Every citizen of Wildeport is granted religious freedom, freedom of speech, as long as it is not against the elites, and the right to protest. 2. Every person has the right to privacy by refusing search and seizure without a warrant. 3. Every person has the right to a fair trial. The trial shall be private to ensure the privacy of the defendant's life. A jury decides whether the defendant is innocent or guilty. The defendant can only be tried twice for the same crime, only in the case of further legally obtained evidence. 4. Citizens have the right to innocent until proven guilty in all court cases. A citizen must be formally accused or indicted by a grand jury for the case to even reach court. The grand jury looks at all evidence presented to make their decision. Every person has a right to a lawyer to represent them. A lawyer will be provided in cases where a person cannot afford a lawyer. 5. All people are protected against unfair punishment. Bail cannot be unreasonable in comparison to the crime committed. Torture is considered unfair and unreasonable punishment. If a person is found guilty, sentencing must be fair and proportionate to the crime committed. 6. Every person is granted the right to vote over the age of 16 in all elections, no matter race, gender, sexual orientation, social or wealth class, or religion. 7. Citizens have the right to own private property. No person, nor the government, can seize or damage the property for any reason. 8. Every citizen has the right to marry another person, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, or social or wealth class. 9. All people are given the obvious rights not outlined in the Bill of Rights, as long as they do not infringe on others' rights or contradict with the law of the land. The 3 obligations of the citizens of Wildeport are as follows. 1. Citizens of Wildeport must pay taxes if they own land or are over the age of 20. 2. Citizens of Wildeport must attend school until they receive their high school diploma. 3. Citizens of Wildeport must serve on jury once a year. 3 responsibilities of citizens of Wildeport are as follows. 1. Citizens of Wildeport are expected to vote during election time. 2. Citizens of Wildeport are expected to serve community service at least once a year. 3. Citizens of Wildeport are expected to remain informed on country and worldly affairs that may affect them.